Hi, welcome Scorpio to your reading today. We are doing a timeless reading. If it matters to you, I am doing this reading in February and we'll post it in February. It's going to be an elemental reading, so we'll talk about health, wealth, relationships, actions you need to take, and then we'll get a little bit of advice as well. Okay, I'm going to start with some oracle card energy here to give us some guidance on the energy that's coming into this reading. I'll also pick up another oracle card for the energies in the advice section of the reading. Self-interest. I feel like I've seen this one recently. I kind of go through periods where I'm using the same decks over and over again for the various readings, just what's resonating with me. And I think this showed up in a daily reading. So this self-interest energy is about looking out only for yourself, and as a result, others will be impacted. And it could be, there's a flip side to that, where you could be aware of the actions taken by those around you, as someone may try to come in and take more than their fair share. So this is from the book. It says, being selfish isn't always bad. Sometimes we need to focus on our wants and needs. Depending on your situation, self-interest may indicate that you are in need of some pampering, or that it's time to put your needs above others. For example, your dream job may require a move or a shift in lifestyle. You may need to weigh the impact of taking this job and the impact it will have on those around you. In the short term, you may be perceived as selfish, but in the long term, your decision may benefit all those involved. Okay. I don't have a problem with the self-interest card. I think probably for most of the people who watch this, who watch tarot, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that most of you tend to be the givers, the people pleasers, the people who are less adept at being self-interested. So you're often being taken advantage of, and people are like walking all over you and that kind of thing. And I think self-interest is, I hope you're not on the flip side of that self-interest where you're suffering from somebody else's self-interest. Okay, we got something hidden here. But my hope is that the self-interest is that maybe you've been pushed to a point where you are really focusing on yourself and your needs and your well-being, doing what's best for you. And others might view that as selfish, but for people who are always over-giving and not good at boundary setting, sometimes that perception of you being selfish that people are putting on you isn't really selfishness. It's you setting a line in the sand, drawing a boundary for the first time. It's their selfishness that they're taking so much without recognizing how much they're taking, right? So self-interest is about perspective. There is a true self-interest where you're taking advantage of other people for your interest, and you don't care how that's harming somebody. And then there's self-interest where you're focused on yourself, and somebody can be mad about it, but usually that's their problem, not yours. It's because you didn't allow them to take advantage of you anymore. That's what's happening. Yep, I'm getting that energy here. A lot of energy. We've got the moon card in reverse. This is kind of a finance work area. I'm getting more work energy than like investment, finance, money energy here. And I have somebody who's very much like what I was just talking about. Somebody who's all about giving and receiving love. You may be very people pleaser in nature. You may be a real giver of your time, energy, gifts, money. Just that's how you give love. That's how you receive love. And you may be over giving. We've got 5 of Wands energy here in reverse. Tell me more about this 5 of Wands for Scorpio. Oh, Lord. Okay. My goodness. I feel like you were helping somebody get out of a very difficult situation recently. For some of you. Definitely really giving a lot of yourself to help somebody. It could have been all sorts of areas of life. I mean, the gamut. Spending your time, energy, giving them gifts, giving them things, supporting them. I mean, you could have had someone in your life who's lost a job, has somebody in the family who's sick, is a single parent trying to raise children, somebody's going through difficult time for one reason or another, and you're here giving, 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 giving. But there's something else about this situation that you didn't know about or still don't know about. Almost like there's a reason this person was caught in this situation, or like you didn't get the whole story, I feel like. And you were easy to get from. Oh, that's icky. That's certainly self-interest, but in both ways. You needing to protect your boundaries and somebody taking full advantage. We've got the Death card here in your relationships. A need for a transformation in your relationships. Tell me more about the Death here. Oh, the Moon again. Strength. Oh. Okay, I think for some of you, you didn't realize that you were being taken advantage of, and that's going to come to light. It's really going to be a shattering moment. If you haven't already come to that, you are going to be, or have been recently, very shocked. Like the information is really going to come out, and it's taken some strength, or will take some strength for you to kind of pick yourself back up out of that. It's going to be a transformative revelation. We've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we've got a lot of threes. We got the Three of Pentacles again. This is actually 3 stones, and 3 of Cups up right here over the 3 of Pentacles reverse. So this like rebuilding energy and the action that you need to take. Like rebuilding in a really positive way. Okay. I'm relieved. I gotta admit. I'm very relieved, Pisces. I think for most of you, this is telling me that most of you have already come through this moment where what was hidden from you has been revealed, or you at least suspect it. When you're in that place where you're giving so much of yourself for the benefit of somebody else, and then you have that moment where even you have an inkling that something's not quite right, it's a huge betrayal. Huge betrayal. And what this energy here in this action you need to take is really talking about rebuilding relationships. You know, we've got 3 of Stones, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups. And this is in that self-interest energy flipping in the opposite direction. Giving sometimes feels like unnecessary in order to receive the love that you want or feel that you deserve. And I think that this is transformative in that there is a realization that you don't have to give so much of yourself, your earthly possessions, your money, your things, your time in order to be loved. I think there is a realization that's coming forward around that, where you're going to be rebuilding relationships with people who are going to really love you and celebrate in your abundance with you, for you, who you are, regardless of what you have to offer. Rebuilding what you've lost, if you've lost anything. I don't think that you're really like in dire straits financially or anything like that, but this is really just talking about rebuilding in general. That's that 3 energy. Rebuilding with other people, not rebuilding in isolation. And rebuilding on a foundation that is more solid, and you've got your interests in mind this time. We've got 2 of Cups here. This has 2 meanings for me in this reading. The 2 of Cups is you choosing yourself. It's my choosing yourself card, right? I often say, oh, there's a choice here when a 2 comes up. And in the 2 of Cups, we're choosing ourselves. A lot of people read 2 of Cups as love. And I do read that here as well. So I do think that it has the dual meaning in this particular situation is you're choosing yourself and you're choosing love. You're choosing to love yourself and you're choosing to bring people into your life that love you for who you are, genuinely. This is a more of a future path here in how you need to focus your energy and the actions you need to take moving forward out of the current energy that you're in. Okay, this card, I got a card laid up here that really wants to come out here. Wheel of Fortune. And we also have Ace of Pentacles. A Wheel of Fortune upright, Ace of Pentacles energy coming in. So this is an offer, a gift coming in for you from the universe. It's what you're looking forward to. You're really set on this. Ace of Wands in reverse. Oh, that's adorable. Okay. Adaptive stones. So for some of you, this relationship that was taking from you was possibly a romantic relationship, but I did get mostly friendship vibes from it, not romantic vibes. But I do think for some of you, this was a romantic relationship. For most of you, I do think this was a coworker, a friend, someone, neighbor, someone like that in your life that was taking advantage of you. So it's not just in the area of romance. I do think that this whatever is revealed out of this situation. I'm not going to give examples because there could be a million different ways that this person could have been deceiving you out of giving more than you needed to give. And of course, we've already addressed that transformative lesson and the strength that it's going to need to take. But it's the partnerships that are happening here as you're moving forward in the action area that I love so much for you. And especially in the wheel with the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, very positive fortune energy and an offer coming towards you. And this is not an offer from somebody who's a false friend. The reason why I was giggling and coming back to this being a possible romantic connection is because I do see for many of you a new romantic connection. A strong energy, a lot of potential for somebody who's very reliable and secure, very responsible with their money, accountable for their actions, somebody who's like very hardworking, not of the mind but of the earth. Like they may be more somebody in like they work in farming, agriculture, working with their hands, building things, fishermen, like something where they're actually like doing work, manual work, real work, digging in the ground even. Hardworking, salt of the earth sort of stuff. That's a person I see coming for you. That's an energy that's around you that you will be attracting to you when you start to gravitate more towards the energies of these people who are part of your life authentically. And I have to say, I must be vibing with the romance energy. I don't usually do romance reads. It doesn't usually come through for me. I usually Honestly, I'm more of like a career finance work reader most of the time. But it's coming through today. We got a lot of romance vibes coming through. I've got the Four of Pentacles reverse here. Hold on. Let's see what our oracle card is for this section of the reading. This is where we're getting more of the outcome, advice, what our higher self wants us to know. We've got activation and refuge came with it, so we'll take them both. Four of Pentacles reverse. Let's get the rest of our cards for this portion of the reading. Boy, that 7. It's been following me. King of Pentacles. I am the message giver around boundaries for the last week or two. Gotta tell you that. Okay, so we've got Four of Pentacles reverse, Seven of Wands reverse, which is why I say I'm the message giver around boundaries. A lot of my messages have been around boundaries recently. This King of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Six of Cups. Okay, outcomes and energy. Okay, so in this section of the reading, this is really kind of the advice, information from your higher self, and just overall energies from the universe about what's ahead, what's to come, and what to look out for. I see we got the Four of Pentacles reverse, the Seven of Wands reverse, and the King of Pentacles reverse. We'll start with these. And it's really talking about not being stingy as a result of this experience. Difficult action to take, but something to keep in mind. The real lesson here is about is around codependence. If you don't know what codependence is, Google it. And if you feel like it resonates with you, maybe read a little bit more about it. But I do think that this is kind of a codependent energy a little bit. And it doesn't mean you should not be charitable because you're worried about someone taking advantage of you. And it doesn't mean that self-interest is only about worrying about you and not worrying about other people. There is a fine line to walk. There is balance, boundaries. So it's not about building a wall so high or setting a boundary that's so firm that you never let anyone in, because you'll never get to this 3 and 2 wonderful energy. I mean, who doesn't want this? Who doesn't want this? We all want this. This is amazing. Look at this beautiful, loving energy. And I can tell that you're the person. You're this person who wants that. I mean, that's everything that you want in this world. I think you want that more than you want money, things, anything else, right? You want that loving energy. And being hurt really badly might want you to have kind of a scarcity mindset, a real clenched, like resistant to the world mindset, because you don't want to experience that harm again. And all that's going to do, it's going to limit your growth and your abundance. You want to really focus more on the true pleasures in life, the relationships that you have, and not the money, the finances, the things that go into it. This refuge energy is about finding refuge in people and places, in experiences that are important for your growth and abundance. Activation is telling us the same thing. This experience is activating kind of a new you, a new level, a new experience for yourself. Five of Swords energy. It's just confirming you're going to have more conflict the more walls that you put up. That's all this is saying. Yeah, more Seven of Wands. The real goal here is for this energy to come to an end. So I gotta say, Scorpio, in this reading, the lesson 100% is in finding that path where you can have pleasure, abundance, share with other people, This is what you want and what you live for. And so finding this path without overgiving and finding that path isn't possible if you put up really big walls around yourself and keep the world out to protect yourself. If you bring on some fiery energy, if you're only always confrontational and in conflict, if you're, setting walls way too high that no one can ever really get in, if you're keeping a scarcity mindset and being stingy about everything, this is just going to block you. So, pardon me for 1 second. To get to the world, to bring this lesson, this cycle of this lesson to a completion, is all about the pleasures in life, the true pleasures, the real source, the refuge in genuine, sincere friendships. And you've got love coming in your direction. There's an offer. Just keep an eye out for it. Green flags is where you want to go. That's what this reading is all about, the green flags. Okay, thank you for joining today, Scorpio.